Hello there, my fellow sons of the American Legion. It is I, your detachment commander, Sean Davis, giving you a semi-regular update of the comings and goings on around the detachment of Minnesota. The presentation I'm sharing with you today was shared at the department convention held last weekend in Rochester, Minnesota. Now, if you missed the department convention, I strongly recommend check it out. It's an opportunity for us to be visible with the American Legion family. It's a great time. Rochester had a great event going on there. The parade on Friday was wonderful. We had great food afterwards, and even better fireworks show. They didn't do the traditional kind of socialize, every district brings something to eat and share, but it was really, really good. Maybe this might be a new trend. We will see. But back to my presentation here. Some information for you to share, to consider, and think about as we look around the detachment of Minnesota. To start, I talked about our consolidated squadron reports. Out of 249 squadrons in our detachment, we had only 25 that sent in a report at the time of detachment convention. That is a total of 10%. Not great. However, I strongly suggest reach out, lay the foundation this year. Let's get this percentage up at least 25%. Because one of the things to consider is that the Consolidated Squadron Report, the CSR, that is the proof of the pudding. It shows what we do, and those numbers tie in with the American Legion and obviously the American Legion Auxiliary and helps tell Congress what we do when the national commander goes and talks before them. So consider that only 10% reported, but yet these are the numbers that we shared. I also want to bring up a little information about membership. That's probably one of the first things to start off when you start talking about what we've done in the past year. Our membership as of the department convention was 11,409. Not near 12, and actually a little shy of where we were last year. But one of the things I was looking at was that looking year over year over year, I noticed that from the time of detachment convention till the end of the actual membership year, because remember, our membership is a membership year, January through December 31st. I noticed that we had a certain trend that there was about 100 to 200 members that were turned in by December 31st. I don't know if they're renewals. I don't know if they are renewals. Or renewals. What did I say? Anyway, I don't know if they're renewals or new members. But either way, I expect to see some improvement by the end of the year. So keep recruiting that 2018 membership. It helps us grow. It helps the family grow. And it really brings in new blood. And bringing in some new blood, getting them excited about what we do, that's really what one of our focuses should be. Now, towards that end as well, the 2019 membership, I've been receiving phone calls. One of the questions are, where's our membership cards? Where's our membership packets? Well, it's currently out to district leadership. At detachment convention, we handed out the membership packets. They're missing one thing, the membership cards. They weren't received from National until after that. Once we received them from National, we pulled out the puffles, took that care of them, and then proceeded to distribute them over 2 weekends, including over Department Convention weekend. Over Department Convention weekend, they all were handed out to the district leadership or representatives, whoever was there to pick it up. Some were picked up the previous weekend. Now, what's happening with the membership cards at that point? I know some districts have mailed them out. Some are hand distributing them. Some may be waiting for district meetings. You need to reach out to your district leaders to find out where it is. If you don't know who your district leadership is, you might want to find out. I will be sharing with who signed out those membership cards with our department, so they will have that information available for you. So keep that in mind. Without any further ado, let's talk about donations. Based on the Consolidated Squadron Report, 10% of the squadrons out in the state of Minnesota, the detachment, donated $27,456. So consider that. If that's only 10%, and even if some of the others may not have done anything, I would think our donations are probably greater than that, at least double this amount, closer to 50,000, maybe even more. Could it be close to 100,000? I don't know. But the only way to know for sure is by filing that consolidated squadron report. Now, what do the donations go to? Well, let's talk about some of the highlights. One of our biggest donations we did this past year as a detachment was the American Legion Department of Minnesota. How much was that? $10,000. $10,000 we donated to the American Legion. That $10,000 bought a challenge coin. That coin is for the Centennial Convention here in Minneapolis coming up in August. Those challenge coins are available for sale for $10 a piece. It comes with the American Legion logo on one side, and on the other side includes the Centennial Convention logo. They're available through our adjutant, Doug Bible, and if we have any left by the time National Convention arrives, we will be selling them at the convention center there as well. Other donations that were remarkable based on the 10% reporting of the Consolidated Squadron Report. Veterans homes. $3,800 given to our veterans homes here in Minnesota. Child Welfare Foundation. $3,366 given there. Legionville SAL shed. Remember, one of our projects was to build a shed up at Legionville to store SAL materials for camp out, for the camporee, for the deer hunt. Well, that was $1,700 donated to that shed. The American Legion Legacy Scholarship. Donations of $1,650. American Legion Baseball. John Zagota Memorial Disabled Veteran Deer Hunt. Junior Shooting Sports. These are all some of the others that weren't on the top 5, but yet we still donated to. The Pheasant Dinners, Fisher House, Brain Science, and Boy Scouts. Now about my Commanders project. Remember, 5 for Minnesota. I asked for donations to my project. That project was then going to be divided between 50% to the American Legion Legacy Scholarship, 50% to the American Legion Family Hospital Association, and 50% to the ROTC Scholarship. So, how did we end up? Well, my total project raised $4,340, and for that, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. You did wonderful. I appreciate everything you donated to this project. What does that mean for the individual donations to each of those? Well, $2,170 will be going to the American Legion Legacy Scholarship. American Legion Family Hospital Association will be receiving $1,085, along with the ROTC Scholarship. Thank you on behalf of them to you as well. Great job. One of the other things that comes up on the Consolidated Squadron Report are volunteer hours. In community service, we donated over 4,166 hours towards community service. We have an impact on our communities. Isn't that one of the things why we join? We are proud possessors of a priceless heritage, but we have an impact on our veterans, on their families, and our communities. And this reflects that. So I really wonder how much more hours are out there that weren't reported. Other things that we did 150 hours at funerals. A blood drive, we did 90 hours. Veterans hours. For the veterans home visits, we did 47 visits total. And the other thing that was interesting was for flags, 3,877 flags were distributed. So great job. Ties in with Americanism, ties in with who we are as Americans and representing our flag. And I'm hoping that ties in with flag etiquette. Now, the National Convention's coming. Can't stress that enough. It's August 24th to 26th. The Sons of American Legion Convention is that Friday through Sunday. It is held in the Minneapolis Convention Center. And I have some expectations. The delegates will, if you are a delegate, you are expected to attend the entire convention. From Friday, August 24th, the opening ceremony is at 1 o'clock. Saturday, we start at 9 a.m. Sunday, we start at 8 a.m. Dress code will be forthcoming. But the expectation is if you are a delegate, you will be on the floor within the Detachment Minnesota group for that run of the convention if you're a delegate. Keep that in mind. Now, if you're a delegate, I also have another request, an expectation, and I hate to say it, but really that's what it is. I expect you to attend at least one committee meeting if you're a delegate that Friday morning. Friday morning, we have committee meetings. And as you see on the screen here, everything from Veterans Affairs and Rehabilitation, membership, finance, children and youth, etc. They're spread out over 4 rooms from 8:30 starting in the morning up until 11. And I would like to see at least one delegate from Minnesota in each of these meetings. It's not that hard. And I know there's so many of us that are going that each of us have an interest that we should almost have 2 of them in each of these meetings. So keep that in mind. Look at your schedule. And this is available on National's website. I will include it with my email as well. So try to get this on your schedule. Be there and be ready to report back to the detachment what goes on, especially if there's any awards that we will be receiving. So with that, I'll cut this short, say thank you very much. We had a great year. I'm looking forward to working with you as your commander this upcoming year. More information to come there. Our real focus really has been now just kind of getting it ready for that national convention here in Minneapolis. Some of the things that I do need to mention, if you're interested in the convention pins, the convention ornaments that we're selling, we will have them at the convention center for sale during the national convention. Also, if you're interested in joining us for the Minnesota party on Friday night, it's at the Chanhassen Dinner Theater at the Comedy Cabaret. Includes transportation, dinner, tip, gratuity, and transportation back, and of course the show. Tickets are available. It'll be on Facebook. We'll get it on the website. Contact Dub Bible if you want to make sure you get reservations in. It's going to be a grand time. We're going to have a great show. And I look forward to seeing you there. So, thank you again. Make it a great year, and I'll see you at convention.